like 8 abortions in total.
How you guys doing? Welcome back to
SunnySword
SunnySword podcast.
You know, you get older, people are like, oh yeah, you know, the young generation is crazy. Young generation is doing some crazy things like that I don't really respect or whatever. People say that sometimes, right? We hear that women are more active. Younger women are sexually active, right? What do you know about that?
Sexually active?
Yes.
I mean, they're becoming whores.
You heard that, right?
There's more in the States.
Yeah.
Female has more body counts than men.
Right.
Back in the day, it was opposite.
Right.
Men had more body counts.
Now women have more body
Yeah.
counts, which is insane.
If an average-looking girl, if she's 25-year-old, she might have a 25 body count. That's a lot.
It's a lot of bodies. It's a lot of bodies. Now, if that's the case, though, then something else must be true. Birth control
What about it?
must be used more, hopefully, right?
Absolutely not.
I had like 8 abortions in total. I had 2 abortions this year. We
FTK, I'm with you.
I had like 8 abortions in total.
What is this? A church?
This is a group, and there, you know how you have these groups where you help people to get through situations. I'm not sure why this was recorded. They said we listen but we don't judge, right? So you say things that you really don't want to say, and we say we listen but we don't judge. This woman, this girl right here, she's very young.
8 abortions?
She's very young.
I'm surprised you had a 3rd abortion.
She's not even 25. I'm telling for sure.
I heard
For
if you
sure.
have more than 2 abortions, you can't get pregnant.
I never heard that before.
The likelihood of getting pregnant is like it gets lower and lower.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the technology is better these days.
8 abortions?
She said she had 8.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And then
I had 2 abortions this year.
2 abortions in 1 year? Learn your lesson.
and sure, her right there as well.
Buy a fucking condom.
She's definitely under 24 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Definitely.
That's why we live in Japan. God damn.
This is not cool.
And it's in the page called what? Excel Motivate?
Yeah, because they're talking about motivation and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
not motivation.
This one is not
This
motivation.
is
at
not,
all.
it's called depression.
Yeah. But
What
this,
the fuck?
I'm not sure how this is a group where you try to help people get through things or whatever. But 8 abortions, 2 abortions in a
Even
year.
the comments says we don't judge, but God will.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
God damn. What's wrong with America?
What's going on with the younger generation for sure? What's going on with the younger generation?
Too much Cardi B.
Too much Cardi B.
Too
much twerk.
No, hip hop is the mainstream.
Music. It's pop music. It's pop music. It's the most popular
Yeah,
genre.
right?
Most
Music
popular
album,
genre in
right?
the world. Yeah.
And fucking these generation, they listen to Ice Spice, Cardi B all day long,
Right.
and probably single mother too. You know.
You know, there's a mix of that. Also, the hookup culture is crazier than it's ever been,
Fucking crazy.
right? Because there's
Especially in college.
I mean, yeah, the female rappers are the craziest thing is like you go back to the hip hop, right? Like
Yeah.
the female rappers, the stripper rappers that are out right now.
It's encouraging women to
They are because
become sexual.
they're talking about like people always say like, oh, the men talked about it, but it's different because the men talked about how they had success so they could have women, right? But the women are just saying how they attract so many guys and they have the most sex and get paid for it, right? They're getting paid by dudes because they open their legs and they got these cars and these watches, etc., because they open their legs. It's like basically prostitution,
Yeah.
right there. You know?
Basically.
When Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion dropped WAP, right?
That song was horrible.
I mean, but that was a #1 single, and they talking about how they were able to get all these guys because they got the wettest.
And you know what's crazy?
Right.
Santa Baby was canceled,
Yes.
but Web was #1. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Right. It doesn't
Remember?
make any sense.
Santa Baby was canceled.
right.
Was last year, 2 years ago?
But some people say, if you think about like, what is it? Propaganda and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some people say that this is all intentional, and there's some idea that they want to disenfranchise some groups of people,
They're trying to depopulate people.
right? Depopulate or even make really bad, really hopeless situations for families because you can monopolize or get money from these people, etc. But regardless of those things, this has created such a weird situation where the younger generation is very promiscuous and going out, and we have Tinder and all these other things like that, right? Just dating apps, and people are just having one nights real quickly, real quickly.
Yeah, even some girls, they brag about that on Instagram.
Right. Like
why
what?
is that?
Like what? Like what?
Like how many body counts I had.
Do women's wear? I never heard of women brag about that.
Yeah, because the last time, not last
So
time.
you mentioned some girls that brag about that, but I think that's like
Yeah,
a
like some
minority.
girls, they brag about how many bodies they had on X.
I'm pretty sure those.
I fucked the Uber guy. I fucked the
Yeah, you mentioned that.
the Starbucks guy.
Right.
I fucked Kevin's friend.
Yeah. But that's definitely a minority. And I
I
think
mean, yeah, it is a minority. But,
that's not an average girl. Does
yeah,
not do
yeah,
that.
it's not average,
girl
but
does
some
not do
girls
that,
does.
bro.
I'm like,
Yeah, but and then since like
are you not embarrassed about this?
no, those are crazy ass chicks though, probably,
So
or sex masters or something.
let's watch a crazy.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today.
Why are you saying that like you are jealous?
Meanwhile, I have credit card debt.
That is normal in America. It's like unseasoned food in England.
I have credit card debt. I am in a toxic situationship with one of my exes.
Well, then make like a tree and leave.
Last week, I was so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me.
Alright, this is beginning to sound like too much. Lady, you seem like you have more red flags than the Chinese Independence Day parade.
This year, I have had chlamydia twice. So far,
Jesus Christ on the motorbike, lady. Are you Delulu? What are you doing cheerfully announcing that on the internet?
She's bragging about it.
It's like a sarcastic brag, but like,
Why do you want to put your shit out there on the internet?
this is how you lose your job,
Right? Yeah, you do. You gotta got.
Like you think we are going to give you a cookie? Go and announce it at the hospital.
so far. Happy wedding.
Lady, comparison is the thief of happiness. Do not compare yourself to your cousin getting married. Go and enjoy the wedding and then go and think about reducing your red flags before the FBI accuse you of being a communist.
My
I like his jokes.
This guy has jokes.
Accuse you of comedy. That was a good one.
Yo, the dude has really good jokes.
That was a
I'll
good
admit,
joke.
The dude has very good jokes.
Yo,
Amazing.
I gotta watch more content from him.
He has
like learn from it.
No, great jokes. I appreciate those jokes for sure. But
More red flags in the Chinese communist flag.
this is how you lose your job, for sure. Like you have a bottle of wine talking about you having, your decision making skills.
But why you want to say on social media?
You can see her decision making skills right there. Her decision making skills are horrible. Horrible decision making skills right there. That's not
Salute to you.
horrible decision making skills. 100%. The fact that she chose to do the video, and then all those other things that followed that were inside the video. She's horrible decision making skills.
You gotta
Act right.
What was it?
Learn.
Disease?
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to say I had two chlamydia?
She said
twice.
She said so far.
And why the hell you in a toxic relationship with X?
Look, why?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I mean, we know the answers.
Yeah, we know the answers.
We know the
Excuse me.
answers.
Excuse me.
We know the
Communist
answers
Party.
right now. We already learned. If you enjoy the show,
Where's a cup of coffee?
we'll see you in the next one.
Cappuccino.
Use condom.